Hey friends, it is 76 degrees outside and we are outside getting into trouble. So I did come out yesterday and start cleaning this up. I had a little bit of ice here, so I cleaned all of this. I kind of got a pile back there going, but these are all coming apart. So I'm trying to clean them out, pulling some of these dead leaves out of here today. All these strawberry plants got to get transplanted somewhere else. And no, I don't know where yet. But I started cleaning this area up, and I'm gonna go work on the other side of the driveway here today too. So this side of my driveway is one of the few areas we're not going to tear apart. We did pour this strip of cement when we built this, so this is going to stay the same. So I'm going to start cleaning these out, and I actually have covers I can put over top of these to turn them into little tiny greenhouses. So I'm going to start planting some cool season crops right here. Okay, let's talk about planting things that are cool season. This bed right here that I am just cleaned up, all this ground is very workable. You can see I can go all the way down. There's no frozen soil anymore. As soon as that happens, you can start a couple different things direct sowing out in your garden. One of them is spinach. I have tried growing spinach inside and direct sowing, and then transplanting it out. Always does better direct sown. Likes cooler temps to germinate. Today is probably too hot for it to germinate, honestly, but our temps are going to drop back down. This is going to do really good. I like this spot for it. Also, this is a relatively short bed, see? So I can't grow anything super long. I am going to grow some small radishes here. I'm going to do two different kinds. Yep. This Malaga, that is a Polish heirloom, and then French breakfast radish. So I'm going to do a row or two of radishes and then a row or two of spinach right here in the front. All right, so in terms of spacing, I've decided to give myself 2 rows of spinach here. I just took my little guy and just went like this and made a little trench. And then I'm gonna give myself 1 row back there of radishes. I wanna make sure the radishes have enough room. Spinach, I don't mind if it's a little bit close because I'm gonna pick it when it's young baby spinach. Not too bad. But I'm gonna do 2 rows of spinach, 1 row of radishes. And I'm just gonna take the seeds and I'm gonna set them in. I'm gonna put the spinach about maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna do baby spinach. The radishes, I might go a little bit further, maybe 3 inches apart. All right. Do you want to know my very favorite thing about radishes? My family doesn't like radishes. Even my husband, who will eat almost anything, not his favorite. He'll still eat them. Don't get me wrong. He'll eat them still. However, radishes come up so fast. They're one of the very first things they're going to come up. You're going to see them. They can grow in this weather. Even when it gets cold, they can take a freeze. They're cold hardy plants. And they come up as fast as 40 days, maybe. Let me see if it tells me. They sprout in 3 to 6 days. It doesn't tell me on here. I bet you it's 40 days to maturity. So I can be pulling these radishes out of here before I even plant some of the things that I've got in the basement. And as a gardener who likes to get her hands in the dirt as soon as possible, radishes are very exciting to me. So I'm going to plant these radishes. I only got the Malagas up here because the French breakfasts aren't going to fit. I'm going to do them in another spot. When I harvest these, if they work for me, because whoever knows, I'm going to pickle them, or I'm going to try cooking them roasted along with some potatoes and see if I can get my family to eat some mixed roast vegetables. We'll see, right? Meanwhile, there will be green right here. Not bad for a pack of seeds. All right, as far as the spinach, here's my plan for this. And I'm telling you this because when I watched gardening videos when I was a new gardener, I wanted to grow a lot of the things they were growing, but I didn't exactly know how to use them. And I've since learned have a plan for what you're going to put out. So don't grow things just to see them grow. And then when it starts to all come into harvest, you're super overwhelmed and don't know what's going on. So I'm going to tell you the plan. The plan for the radishes, I told you I'm going to roast them or I'm going to pickle them. The plan for the spinach is we do eat spinach fresh in our house. So the kids will put it in with a salad as part of mixed greens. We'll add it to smoothies, or sometimes I'll add it to eggs, or I'll add it to a bean salad. I use it fresh pretty frequently. If I have too much coming in, we're not using it, I will freeze it so that I can use it later on to make spinach dip. So I'll just put it in Ziploc freezer bags and freeze it. This is today's other project. This is a bin that's fallen apart. Mason wanted to garden one time. This was his gardening bed, but it's overrun with strawberry plants. They didn't grow very well here last year. There was not enough sun. I am pulling them out, but as I'm pulling them out, these are all runners. Strawberries grow by runners. Let me show you one here. Here's a good one. So this sent out a runner. It's hard to see there. It sent out this runner, which was this guy, and it found a little piece of dirt and it made on this nodule a spot where it can have its own root system. So if I trim this up and put this part in water, it's going to make another strawberry plant. And all of these plants did that. It's a giant mat of them. So I'm going to pull these all out. I'm going to save all the runner strawberry plants. The ones that are planted in the soil, I'm going to transplant out into another container. But today I think I'm just going to pick up all the mat on top and try and save as many of these little babies as I can. Okay, here's one of the weird things I do. I do not have a lot of yard. As we start going, I'm going to tell you a lot about the different ways that I grow things in a very small space. So anywhere I can stuff something, I'm gonna. So I just took this pile of strawberries out of here. Those are those runners. And then I was just sitting here looking at this pile of stumps. I got some dirt coming out of here. I'm gonna push this all in, and I'm gonna take all those and stuff them in here and grow strawberries right here. If it doesn't work, I'm not out of anything, right? Big deal. I've got 200 strawberry plants right here. But if it does work, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, here's the second thing I'm doing with my strawberries. See those towers? Those are green stalk planters. And they have all these pockets on the top. There's 6 pockets all the way around, and you stack them up. I'm taking all the strawberry plants that I don't want where they're at, and I'm putting them into here, and I'm going to make 2 giant strawberry towers. Okay, friends, I'm filthy. I don't exactly remember the last thing that I put on here. I think I was talking about strawberries. So let me show you the strawberry tower now that it's done. Okay, so there's my 5-tier strawberry tower. I put 2 to 3 strawberries plants in each pocket. I would not do that if I was planting them in the ground. That's too close together in the ground. But because they're gonna grow and fall out of here, it's gonna be enough. There's soil all the way through that. There's plenty of room for all those roots. I left the top one open. I'm gonna put calendula flowers in there. So I'm gonna add a layer of potting soil that top because it's empty. Put some calendula seeds in. And then you just water the top, and it has these tiers, these white tiers that drip water all the way down. So I really like these. I've got 2 of them. I've got this one and then this empty one. They used to be back there and by the chicken coop. I know it's hard to tell, but I did so much work back here. I'm exhausted. Let's go back and look real quick. So I tore all this down. First thing, let me back you up a bit. There was the 2 tiers here. I tore those out, all these pots and all this. Oop, it's loud engine weather again. Tore all these out of here. I'm gonna make this into more of like a rectangular bed that maybe kind of curls in the end, and I'm gonna raise it up another level and make it an asparagus bed. Asparagus is perennial, it comes back every year. I need to give it a real place to live. So the next thing on the agenda is to fix this, fill it, fix this, fill it, because these are the places that I can plant in first, since the rest of it's part of our construction project. So that will be a new bed. The chicken coop's dimensions are staying the same, but it's getting a facelift. I came back here and moved. Here's my current compost pile. I'm moving it over here next to the chickens. So I kind of got this started and positioned how I want it. And I'll start pulling this compost pile apart, putting the stuff on top that's not composted into there, and then everything that's on the bottom is going to be beautiful compost to top my beds with. Look, that's where I put all my containers. This is the place where all the stuff went. All my containers, all my ladders. And what I'm gonna do, so that's the new compost bin, that's the old compost bin. This is where the new greenhouse is gonna be. So I'm kind of cleaning it out. Outside of the backyard, I also cleaned a lot of this up the other night. I came and got strawberry plants out of here. I have to pull all of these strawberry plants out still because this bed and that bed are going away. And the one on the other side of the fence. All three of these beds are getting reconfigured with the new outdoor kitchen and new fence line. Man, I'm winded. My body is not in garden shape, but a lot done. Every muscle in my body hurts. Every shoulder, all my arm muscles, my back, my hips, all of it. I am very much not in garden ready physical condition, but it's a good kind of hurt. So I'm gonna go take a hot shower, rest, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 70 degrees with rain on and off. I'm really hoping for more off than on so I can come out and maybe finish more of this up. All right, have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.